right, good morning. Committee on Parole is called to order. Today is July 25th, 2023. My name is Cheryl Renatza, serving as chairman of today's parole panel. My colleagues on the panel this morning are Mrs. Bonnie Jackson, Mr. Pete Freeman. The panel is seated at DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. Would staff here introduce yourself for the record?
And I am over.
Thank you. Our first location is at Franklin Parish Detention Center. Would the officer at Franklin please introduce yourself for the record?
My name is Master Sergeant Cameron Watkins.
Thank you, Master Sergeant Watts. Did you say Watts?
Watkins, W-A-T-K-S.
All right, thank you. I apologize for that. And I think we have before us Mr. Collins. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Collins, would you introduce yourself, tell us your name and your DOC?
My name is Jerome Collins. My DOC number is 729807.
729807. Is that what you said? Okay. We're here for a revocation decision this morning. Do you have your revocation, parole revocation questionnaire? I see it. I have a copy here and you did not sign it. It's dated, the witness has dated it. It's not dated by your signature. Can you put that up on the screen? Let's show it to you so you can refresh your memory. All right, you see that? Can you see that? Is that your signature at the bottom of that page?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Based on the information you provided during that questionnaire process, it would determine that you're not eligible for counsel. So for appointed counsel, are you ready to proceed this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to read the allegations against you, after which you will need to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty, and then we'll have a discussion about your plea before we make it. Okay. You're accused of violating the conditions of your parole, specifically condition number 4, which says you committed the offenses of domestic abuse, battery, and disturbing the peace in Winsboro, and were arrested for those offenses on January 6, 2023. You were subsequently convicted of disturbing the peace on May 10, 2023, and you were sentenced to 30 days with credit for time served. The domestic abuse battery was not crossed as the victim did not show for the trial. So how do you plead to violating condition number 4?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Then condition number 10, you never made a payment for your supervision fees and you are $884 in arrears. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty. Okay, well, let's talk about number 4. What happened there?
It was
Situation.
It was just misunderstanding, an argument, and it really wasn't true.
Well, what happened?
It was me and my mother was arguing, and they called the police on me saying that I had hit my mom at Walmart or something like that.
And who called the police?
A person at Walmart.
So a person at Walmart saw something going on?
Yes, ma'am.
And the information I have says you threatened to kill your mother. Y'all were at Walmart?
Yes, ma'am.
And you claimed you just got out of the hospital. You were going to Walmart to get your mental health meds?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a mental health diagnosis?
No, I had a car wreck and they had put me on like depression medicine and stuff.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
I had a car wreck and I had to go to a mental facility or something like that, and they put me on depression medicine, that's all.
What was the medicine?
I really don't know. I just took it for like 2 weeks.
Was it pain medicine?
No, man, it was like a depression medicine.
Okay. All right. And then why would your mother say that you threatened to burn your house down? Her house down.
Oh, I never heard that before.
Do you know what your mental health diagnosis is? Or do you have one?
They was saying it was bipolar and depression.
So, because I do note on your that questionnaire that we just verified your signature on, someone, I don't know if it was you, there was a question on there that says, have you been treated for mental illness in the past 5 years? And are you currently taking medication? And there was a notation handwritten, says bipolar. So that was your diagnosis?
Yeah.
Do you currently take any medication?
No, ma'am.
Was that the first time you ever had that diagnosis?
Yes, ma'am.
Was after the car wreck?
Yes, ma'am.
Why were you arguing with your mom?
Really was, I really was just going through some stuff out of my car wreck.
She said you physically assaulted her. There were visible scratches on her face, in her hand and her arm. So did you do that to your mom?
No, ma'am.
Where's your mom today?
She's at home, probably, at school. She goes to like nursing school. So,
When's the last time you talked to her?
yeah, I talk to her every day.
Interesting, she's not here. How long you been in jail?
February 28th.
About 5 months, almost 5 months.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have any other questions, anybody?
Mr. Collins, how old are you?
23.
How old?
23.
43?
23.
On the way to Walmart, Mr. Collins, what did you do in the car?
Ma'am,
When you were on your way to Walmart, what were you doing in the car on the ride to Walmart?
it was all right on the ride to Walmart, but when we got to Walmart, like my face and my neck was broke and stuff. I didn't want to get out to go in Walmart, and we just had an argument.
Well, Miss Collins, you know, you can say that, but that doesn't necessarily make it true, and it doesn't help if you're not going to be honest with this board. Your mom said that you started screaming, yelling, kicking the dashboard, kept saying he was going to slap the SHIT out of me. He was fighting me at the red light. He was trying to throw my phone out the window on the way to Walmart. He said he was going to burn my house down and mess me up. Just watch and see. And when we pulled into Walmart, he started screaming and kicking my dash and yelling. He went to slap me and scratch my hands and arms. After about 30 minutes of fighting, he told me to pull around to the lawn and garden. He got out to go get mad, and she texted someone to come and help her. Now, Mr. Collins, you're an adult, whether you're, I don't know how old you are, because I can't really hear what you're saying, but you're an adult, and your mother does not have to let you live with her. She doesn't have to take you places. And you obviously have a mental health issue. And if you're not willing to take your medication and try to control your behavior, you know, why should your mom put up with this kind of abuse. We saw pictures. We saw the gouges on her arm and her face. We saw the pictures. Now, your mom has a right to live her life in peace and not be terrorized by her own son. So where else do you have that you can live other than with your mom?
My dad.
And what makes you think he would allow that behavior?
It's not, I really don't do it. I really don't act like this.
I'm sorry, I can't hear what you're saying.
But I really don't just act like that. I don't act out like that to my
Yes,
dad.
you do. What tells me this happened is your mom isn't the one who called the police. It was people at the Walmart who saw what was going on, and they were concerned enough to call the police. And it seems to me that the only time your mom can get any peace is if you're in jail. So why should we let you out if you won't acknowledge your behavior? You won't acknowledge that you need to get some help for yourself, and you're not willing to get help. Why should we let you out to go back and terrorize your mom again?
I really would give them, I just never knew that I did have a problem like that.
You say that I'm having such a hard time with the audio in that room.
I really would get some help like that. Me and my mom would talk about it.
Well, but you don't do it. That's why you act out the way you do.
I never really knew though. Like,
That's all I have.
Anything you want to say to us, Mr. Collins, before we vote? No?
no,
Okay. All right, Mr. Collins, I'm concerned about you. I don't think you're not taking any responsibility for the way you were treating your mom. That didn't happen. That wasn't just that first time, I don't believe. It was an ongoing situation. And I do believe you have some mental health issues that need to be addressed. I find that you did violate the conditions of your parole, condition number 4 and condition number 10. My vote today is to revoke the parole with the recommendation that you be seen by mental health. Mrs. Jackson?
Ms. Collins, my vote is the same. I find you guilty of the violations, and I vote to revoke your parole.
Mr. Freeman?
I concur with my colleagues and vote to revoke parole.
All right, Mr. Collins, your parole's been revoked today. Take advantage of any opportunities that they give you. Good luck to you, sir. Concludes our business at your facility, I believe, today. Thanks for accommodating us.